Hi, boys and girls. So today you're going to need to have your science books out. We are on page 348, and we're going to page 351 today. Our lessons today and this week are all about fossils. So by the end of this lesson, we should be able to identify the different types of fossils and explain what they can tell you about the organisms from the past. And hopefully, I want you guys to be thinking about our field museum trip, because some of the stuff that we were learning here, we saw in the field museum. So look at this thing right here. This fossil, the organism's jaw and teeth help us to see how big the creature must have been. Based on your observations of the image, what can you infer about the animal? That word infer, that's what we do in reading too. We look at the clues and come to a conclusion. Okay, so what kind of animal was it? How big do you think the animal was? What do you think the animal ate? And explain. So if we look right here, this is a kid, so we can see the size of it compared to a child. So I'm going to say it's a really, really, really big animal. I'm going to look at the teeth and look how pointed they are. I think that makes it a carnivore. And so he must have ate other animals. All right. Oops. So what else can you come up with? What are fossils? The remains or traces of an organism that lived long ago is a fossil. So it could be remains or traces of them. Fossils can be made of an organism's hard parts or its soft parts. Hard parts include teeth, bones, and shells. Often, an organism's soft parts, tissues like skin and organs, are not usually preserved because they break down over time. Most fossils are preserved in rock. For example, when a fish dies and settles to the bottom of the ocean, its soft parts decay or are eaten by other animals. Over time, its bones and other hard parts are buried in the mud. When the mud hardens, the hard parts become preserved as fossils. So we're going to try to decide if these are fossils or not. This shell was pressed into the soft mud on the sea floor. Over time, pressure changed the mud into rock. The shell dissolved and left a hollow space in the rock. Over time, more mud filled the space to form an imprint of the shell. Is it a fossil? The answer is yes, it is a fossil because it's the imprint of it. These shells belong to animals that died on a beach not long ago. They are pressed into the sand. Are they fossils? That's no. Okay, they can still be used again by other animals, and hasn't been hardened over time. And again, right here, not long ago. One part of being a fossil has to be a long time. So we have yes and no. Look at these footprints. They're left behind as an organism walked in the sand. Are they fossils? Nope, they're not fossils. These footprints were made long ago, like that. Over time, the mud changed to rock, preserving the footprints. Are they fossils? Yes. It's long ago, and the mud changed them to rock. A strong storm knocked this tree over. The wood is starting to decay. Is this a fossil? That's no. It didn't get changed into rock. It didn't harden. It's just starting to decay like that. This tree lived long ago. Its wood has been replaced by other materials called minerals. This tree is said to be petrified. Is this a fossil? Yes. It hardens. That's that fossil. Okay, so that's all for today. I want you to write 3 things, that you learned and post it in Seesaw for me. Oops.